Well, we're going to head back to the Your Call again for our final action from last night's bout, from last night's bill. It's in the light welterweight division. Rookie Liam Shinkwin taking on Birmingham veteran Sid Razak, and this was in the light welterweight division.
Defend yourselves at all times, touch gloves, go back to corner. Good luck to both.
Well, Francis and George Warren have got some good ticket sellers on this bill. It has been posted as a complete sellout, and plenty of support here for Liam Shinkwin from Bushy Heath up against Sid Razak. Sid Razak, talk about journeyman being busy, he hardly needs to train, does he? This is his 4th fight this month.
You know, looking at his record, he has, I think, 7 wins and 70 losses. But if he's one of these fighters who are going to test these young boys out, which he already have. He hurt Shinkwin with the right hand straight away.
Oh, goodness me! Well, there is a left hand, and all the best laid plans. It can all go wrong. People say these fellas are just journeymen. Well, for a moment or two, he now will really fancy it, and these are anxious times for Shinkwin because Razak has silenced this crowd, and Shinkwin's really going to have to dig deep now.
Yeah, you know what he was saying about the journeyman. He doesn't look like he was in the journeyman mode then. You know, he's come to win. He caught Shinkwin with a big right hand. He hurt him, and then he hurt him again and put him over.
Well, one of those 4 fights that Razak had this month, he did win against Damien Taggart over in Belfast. And I wonder, is this going to be another big upset? The crowd won't like it, but Razak has certainly caught their respect, and most definitely caught the respect of Shinkwin.
Yeah, Shinkwin's obviously former silver medalist in I think it's the Olympic Junior Championships or World Junior Championships. So he's a well-schooled. You don't pick up a silver medal and that would be without being well-schooled. So he needs to get back to it, get to his boxing, use the jab, and figure his way through this round. So he still looks a bit hurt.
Yeah, he's gonna. Well, that's another good right hand. And a bit of reddening around the eye of Shinkwin, and Razak's getting him in trouble again, bullying him back, and really Shinkwin's going to have to land something. Like that to get some respect, and what a dramatic opening round we've had.
What a massive shot by Shinkwin. Showed his true colours there. He was hurt. He was under the cosh, and he returned the favour.
Well, now what has Razak got left? Suddenly it's completely swung around, and it's a real barroom brawl of a fight in there, and Shinkwin's looking to take him out. How well has Razak recovered? He's in survival mode now, just looking to buy a few seconds.
Now we've gone into the journeyman mode. Now you survive.
Well, just when you thought that Shinkwin needed to land something of note to get a bit of respect from Razak, that was precisely what he did, and some.
I think Shinkwin should just step off him a little bit and pick his shots a bit more, because by throwing all these punches, he's leaving himself open for the counter if Razak decides to try and throw one.
Well, he certainly doesn't want to punch himself out. 4-rounder, remember?
I can't see exactly, but things are a little cut in the Shinkwin's eye.
There's those right hands which were winging in, which did some damage early. Razak really started fast, and Shinkwin responding. Well, how do you score that sort of round?
8-8 is, I don't know. That's a hell of an opening round.
Well, the old 10 points must system, but 2 knockdowns. I guess you'd score it an even round, but what a round. Let's look again. This is the first knockdown.
Double left hook. It was a short little left hook. He sort of touched him that first one, and the second one came in, but I think he hurt him with the right hand just before that as well. And Shinkwin was on very unsteady legs.
And there's payback time.
How he come back, he showed the heart of a true champion. He was hurt, he was under the cosh, and he returned the favour nicely.
Well, sometimes people moan about the predictability that you sometimes see in boxing, but one of the old cliches is it only takes one, and look at the marking around that left eye. Shinkwin is the well-schooled boy, but obviously Razak's got a lot of experience, and he's drawn Shinkwin into his type of fight, which gives him a chance. Well, now, how well has Sid Razak recovered from that knockdown, and Shinkwin starting fast in the second?
I think Shinkwin's looking for the knockout a bit too much now. I think he should get back in the jab, although it was a lovely right uppercut there then. But get back in the jab, get back to your boxing. Nice right hand.
Sid Razak durable, but he can be stopped. Looking back at his record, he was stopped, in fact, by Liam Walsh. Took Walsh 4 rounds to do it, and here we are in the second.
Yeah, I think Shinkwin definitely wants this knockout. You know, he's switching nicely, head and body, and it's a bit of power going into them shots. He's not tapping with them. He's throwing big shots.
Good left hook to the body there from Shinkwin. Good variety of punch from Shinkwin, only in his 4th professional fight, remember.
Yeah, you know, Razak has shown his experience a little bit. He's not letting him get behind the elbows. He's not letting him get a clean shot. He's sort of settled down that a little bit. But Shinkwin, pop the jab, keep popping the jab in his face, and things will come off that.
Not too much coming back from Razak so far in this round. Maybe that's the cue. Here we go, good uppercut from Razak.
Yeah, Razak's just picking his shots on. Lovely shots by Shinkwin. Jab, hook to the body, right hook to the body, right hook to the head. You know, he's mixing shots up very well. But I think Razak's trying to just rope him in to make one mistake and try and counter.
Early seconds, I mean, you must know about the dangers. Oh, it's a good right hand, and he's wobbled him again. Razak just forced to cover up. Oh. Comes back with a good right hand.
Well, what a fight we're having here, John.
Well, and Sid Razak fancies it. You usually see it just in little bursts in fights, as much as to say, well, yeah, I can do it when I want to. And he certainly caught Shinkwin early on in that opening round. I just wonder if Shinkwin, with so much support here, maybe just got a little bit careless, maybe a little bit carried away by the occasion. I don't know.
Yeah, you know, he came out, maybe he's trying to make a statement, maybe you know, his first night, I think it's his first night on TV. And he's coming on strong. He's throwing big shots, but I think Razak's just trying to make him make a mistake. I think that's all he's waiting for, is that mistake, and he's going to throw a big shot. He knows he can hurt Shinkwin, so that's what he's looking for. It was a big right hand there, and again.
The right hand is the danger punch from Razak, and the damage to the eye of Shinkwin is getting worse. 2 more good headshots from Razak, and again, these are anxious moments for Shinkwin in the closing stages of this second round, and another excellent round it's been. Shinkwin dictating the early terms, and then back comes Razak firing away right up to the bell of another excellent round.
Yeah, a fantastic round, back and forth. You know, if I had to pick, I'd probably give it to Shinkwin. He pretty much dominated the first 2 minutes, got a bit careless in the last minute, but what a fight these fans have got here.
And a bit of work in the corner between rounds on that damaged eye. Here's Razak coming on strong in the closing seconds.
Yeah, it's been mostly right hands of Razak through the round, and all of a sudden it was a double left hook, which was the shot to put him over in the first round. You know, he's walking forward with his hands up. He's making Shinkwin work. And when a young fighter who's not used to this type of pressure, especially under this heat, he's having to work outside his comfort zone. So, you know, Razak's just looking for that one shot, and that's where the experience comes in.
I know, as well as boxing yourself, Enzo, you do a bit of coaching down there in the gym, and if you were in the corner with Liam Shinkwin now, as we come towards the 3rd round, what would you be saying to Liam Shinkwin at this stage?
I just tell him to get back to the box, and when he throws a jab, it's a lovely jab, but he seems to be playing a bit to the crowd. He's throwing a nice solid jab, and then he's following with 4, 5, 6 shots after, and a lot of them are hitting the gloves. Just pop the jab in his face, nice solid jab. That was a lovely shot, made him miss and countered.
He's starting fast in the rounds, isn't he? And then Razak, who's content to absorb the punishment, he tries to come back strong in the closing stage. At least that was what he did in the second.
Yeah, but what Razak was doing in the second round, just putting his hands up nice and tight. He was making Shinkwin work and just looking for that counter when he can.
As he is doing here.
He is doing it here, but he's not going forward so much this round. So maybe the heat, the humidity of the place at the moment is taking effect on Razak as well.
If you're just joining us here on Box Nation from the Your Call main event, coming up a little bit later on, Liam Walsh against Paul Appleby, Commonwealth Super Featherweight title. But already we have had drama aplenty.
Well, I think if our main event is half as good as any of these 2 first fights for excitement, the viewers and the fans here are in for a massive treat.
Razak just taking his foot off the pedal. Not surprisingly, because again, it's worth saying it really is very, very hot in here tonight. Can't remember it ever being warmer than it is in here in York Hall in all the years that I've been coming down here.
I boxed here a few times myself, and I've never felt the heat here today. And straight to the heat wave we've had end of September, but it's definitely very hot in here for the fighters. And these two boys have kept a frantic pace from the start. Pace has slowed down a little bit.
Not a huge amount from Razak so far in this round. Maybe just pacing himself. He's been around for so long. 77 pro fights behind him, and there's another little reminder for Shinkwin, caught off balance. He'll have that sort of built-in clock in his head, won't he? He'll know now that he's into the last minute.
Yeah, Razak has done these rounds so many times. Maybe because he knows the heat. He's, like you say, he's making Shinkwin work. He might, try and punch himself out, or try to get Shinkwin to punch himself out. So he might come out strong in that last round. Or he might just be tired himself, and that's where the pace has dropped.
Peter Buckley in Sid Razak's corner. One of the great journeymen of recent years. And he, I'm sure, will be keeping a close eye on the clock, and they'll be telling Razak that the seconds are ticking down. But this has been emphatically Shinkwin's round so far. A shake of the head from Razak, as much as to say, nah, you've not caught me there, not hurt me, not done anything.
Now you get a little warning for that puncher on the back. But no, good boxing by Shinkwin when he wants to. He throws a lovely jab, but he's more concerned in pleasing the crowd.
Shinkwin, though, outworking Razak in that round. For me, he'd done enough to have taken that one.
Yeah, he did. Razak showed little glimpses of what he can do, but Shinkwin kept the pace up. He kept the pressure up on Razak, and the pace did slow a little bit in that last round. So maybe the heat and the frantic pace of the fight has got to them.
Well, the first round was just extraordinary with those two knockdowns.
Yeah,
great action from word go.
I think people don't realise when they see a man like Razak with his record, they think he's up against a new up-and-coming boy. It's an easy fight for the new up-and-coming boy, but it's not. It's a different game altogether from the amateur game, and I think Shinkwin's just found that out.
Many an amateur, they always say, don't they, when they go into the pro ranks, thing which first impresses you about the guys who you're fighting is their strength. We go now into the final round. Two touch gloves. Liam Shinkwin and Sid Razak will remember this one. 3 minutes to go.
I say Shinkwin's been a bit patient, lovely boxing, lovely jab. But a little reminder there with a body shot from Razak, he's still there.
Shinkwin getting more into a rhythm now, content to box his way.
Yeah, when he's throwing that jab, he looks lovely. He's throwing lovely shots. He's popping a jab. He's dominating the pace. He's dominating the range. It's when he's in close, when he's throwing them threes and fours to the body, he's just leaving himself open for Razak to counter or try to counter.
Well, Razak plodding forward now. You can see a little bit of a look of more intent in his expression, maybe fancying his chances of landing those big hooks which have paid dividends earlier in the fight.
Yeah, like we said earlier, he knows the clock, he knows when time's up. I think that last minute he will really try. I think he realised Shinkwin is too good a boxer for him when he wants to be. He's too slick for him, so he's going to wait for his option. His best option is just to wait for Shinkwin to throw his shots and try and catch him on the counter.
I'm sure Shinkwin, with the big support, would have loved to have had a real eye-catching win here, trying a flashy uppercut, and now putting his punches together, but back comes Razak.
It's definitely been an eye-catching fight. I think it's his first fight on TV, and people definitely remember this fight. They'll talk about this one tomorrow.
Sid Razak getting a lot of respect here tonight, and people realising that you don't have 77 professional fights without being a tough, strong man. And we move now into the final minute. Will we see more firecrackers going off in this last few seconds of the fight?
It's a nice little uppercut there from Razak that got Shinkwin's attention. When he's boxing off that jab, Razak can't get near him. But as you can see, Razak's trying to walk him down now. He's looking for that one big shot.
Well, time is running out. He's going to have to find it soon if he is going to find it. Tried to throw the left hook, was caught as he did so. And the referee, Bob Williams, having to step between them. 20 seconds to go. Oh, that's a good shot from Razak.
Yeah, on the side of the ear. Nice right hand. So, you know, Shinkwin took that a little bit better.
So Shinkwin has survived some really anxious moments in this fight, and on our card has done enough. Let's see how the referee sees it, and he agrees. Bob Williams gives the verdict to Liam Shinkwin. Prospect against a journeyman. On paper, it looked, Richard, as though it was likely to be one-way traffic that you can never second guess, and it turned out to be terrific drama, and that first round particularly, that was something special. And here comes confirmation of the result. And Mike Goodall will draw the two fighters together. Those first stages, those first big punches in the opening round will linger in the memory for some time. Liam Shinkwin touching down first, had to dig deep after Sid Razak landed some real big punches. And here now, confirmation of the result from Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee scorecard at the end of 4 fabulous round of action reads Sid Razak 38 points, Liam Shinkwin 39 points. The winner, Liam Shinkwin.
Well, a cracking contest between a novice prospect and a veteran journeyman. And guys, what an explosive first round. I mean, George, when you're in that type of situation, we all know the script. The prospect is supposed to learn something but come out on top. But he must have got a real shock finding himself on the canvas with that heavy knockdown.
Yeah, I would have been shocked, especially with only the 4-round distance, because you're right up against it there. You know, he pulled it out of the bag and he got the knockdown, you know, back in the first round as well. Otherwise, 10-8 round after with only 3 rounds to go, you're really up against it. So you have to take your hat off to Shinkwin there.
And indeed, he did get back into it. What would that have been his mindset? He's got to get back on parity right in the first round?
Yeah, I mean, you know, Sid Razak is a good operator. He's had 4 fights this month already. You know, young Shinkwin hasn't boxed for a long, long time. And he was obviously thinking, oh, I've just got... And all of a sudden, Sid's on him and bang. And like George said, when you're in a 4-round fight, when you're knocked down in the first round, that's 1 down. You've really got to pull it back. And to give Liam his credit, he dug in and... he put on another great fight.
So early in his career, what will he have learned from that fight against the guy who's going to know every trick in the book?
Yeah, well, I heard some comments that he said that, you know, his trainers had given him advice not to rush at the start, you know, to take your time a little bit more. And obviously, he's misjudged that slightly, and he needs to find that balance, because obviously that's good information. You don't want to be rushing, you know, at the start of each fight, but also you need to remember that you are in a fight, and the guy might have quite a few losses on his record, but he definitely came to win, Razak, and he threw some serious punches, and Shinkwin was definitely caught off guard. I mean, once he got up, composed himself, got back to his boxing, you know, he obviously leagues above Razak, but you know, I think it was a serious wake-up call for him, but you know, I doubt we'll see him make that mistake anytime soon.
Well, Razak surely knows his way around the ring, but Shinkwin, fantastic amateur pedigree. What hopes do you have for him going forward in the pro ranks?
Well, you know, he's been out a long time, and I think, you know, like any of these young kids, they need to be active. And, you know, the beauty of now of Box Nation is these kids are going to get their opportunities to keep busy and to build their profiles and get the experience, which they haven't had for a long, long time. And, you know, the likes of Sid Razak, he's restricted by the British Boxing Board of Control to 18 minutes of action. And he will give, believe you me, he will give anybody a fight over 18 minutes.
Fantastic, fantastic professional, good learning fight for Liam Shinkwin as well. Okay, well, we're going to head over to Germany after the commercial break, but please join us after that. We'll be getting our first action from the Southland Events Bill in Germany. Join us right after this commercial break.